Welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. And as you can probably guess, we're going to be talking about a little something different today. Um, so I've been for a while having an issue with trying to, find a place to put the various guns I have, run out of space, all sorts of things. I've been leaving them in their boxes, stuff like that. And I saw a lot of do-it-yourself videos about how to build a gun wall. And I was shocked a little bit by just how much even the cheap budget builds were. They were, $300 to $500. And I was just like, that's ridiculous. There's got to be a simpler way to do it. So I decided to try it myself. Now, I will say that I spent just under $100 on this. It's a 4x8. Typically, that's a slat wall behind there. Typically, a lot of people get plastic or aluminum. I went with wood because these two panels were only $19 each at Menards, which $19 versus $60 to $100 each, it seemed like a no-brainer to me. And then, of course, I got paint. It was 1 can of primer, 2 cans of Rebuild Satin Black. If you know where Rebuild Satin Black comes from, kudos to you. You're awesome. And then there was some cheap Amazon hooks, just bought for what I could get and what was cheapest. A friend of mine's going to do some 3D printed ones that I'll eventually replace these with. And that basically all said and done was just under $100. Is it absolutely beautiful? No. I mean, it could use some work. It probably could have used, I put like 3 coats of satin black on it. Probably could have used another coat of satin black, then maybe a clear coat over it or a satin coat, something of that nature. But at the time, I didn't think of it, and I can always take it down and do it later. It's not that difficult. And as you can see, it holds almost, at the moment, I ran out of hooks, but it holds almost every gun. I think you've seen all the guns here except for the AR. The AR is a Bushmaster AR. It was from the mid 2000s. Great gun, served me really well. So that's the only one you haven't seen that's on this wall. And then we have the gun rack right here. Which here you have my all-time favorite gun, the Mosin Nagant. Love that thing. You have my Mossberg 500. You have my Stoeger coach gun, and you have the proverbial every band's gun, the Ruger 1022, up there at the top. So basically, I just wanted to show you guys. I mean, if you guys want to do something like this, even those do-it-yourselfers, sometimes they are a little ridiculous on the prices and stuff they go at. If you dig into it, you can usually find cheaper ways to do everything. Yeah, it took about an hour total to do everything. Well, the painting took about 3 hours because I let it dry between coats and stuff like that. But you can do it, and you can do it cheaply. Will it last? Well, I'll let you know if it lasts, because so far it's been up here for almost a month with no issues. I haven't seen any issues at all with it. It's got room for me to expand, as you can tell. The only guns that are currently missing off this wall are my Navy 36 caliber revolver, a replica of the old Colt Navy back in the day, and my SAR 9 are the only two not up here. Again, I just ran out of hooks, so that's all the reason why they're not up here. But you should recognize most of these guns. Over on the left, there's the Beretta 92 FS, the Taurus 92, the Taurus PT 101, the 40 cal, the Tezos 1911, my Sig Sauer 320 X10, the 10 millimeter. Then there and below that is my German P226. Then there's my Legion, also, the 226, basically my three 226s right there. And then the 40 cals on the bottom. Then you have the Smith & Wesson MP40, the Canic TP9SF, the Bursa Thunder, the Beretta 84, the Taurus Model 66, and the Uberti Peacemaker 45 long colt. So, what inspired me to do this in a lot of ways was lack of space, but it was also, another YouTube channel I watched, Pole Barn Garage. Shout out to them. Love those guys. They were like, just get out and do something. And I'd never tried any type of thing like this, building, I was not a build person. I'm a tinker, not a builder. But I was like, screw it, I can do it. I got out and did it. I mean, all I really needed was the paint, the board. There's a box of screws, which I still have lots of those left, so plenty of screws for other things. And a level to make sure that the whole thing was leveled and, not crooked. So that's all it took. And, the time to put it up. And I have some room to expand. This is in my front room. I've been meaning for a long time to turn this into a hobby / workshop since the last person who lived in here, which was unfortunately my passed away mother. I cleaned out everything, and I don't know if it was out of respect or just hadn't got over the fact she died during COVID, but I just felt it was time to start building this. So as you can kind of see here, just building out a little spot for myself to do some gun work and other hobbies. I'm into other things, computers, some electronics, bit of a nerd. I also paint miniatures for Battletech, if you know what that is. You can see my paints over there. So just thought I'd give you a little something different this time, and to kind of encourage you, if you feel like doing something, give it a try. This didn't cost a lot. Took a little time. It was actually a lot of fun to do. I actually quite enjoyed doing it. And get out there and try it. We'll have some expansion for guns to come in the future here. I have some more guns I would like to get my hands on. If you're interested in the rifles, we could do some videos on the rifles, especially that Mosin there. That Mosin's for my life's got quite the history. And that was what I just kind of wanted to show this out today. Kind of say, if you are just feeling like maybe you'd like to do something like this, get out and do it. All you needed to do it is the supplies, a level, a drill. I used the drill, electric DeWalt drill, and a stud finder, so you could actually make sure you get the studs, when you drill it into the wall, because you want it to be fairly secure. And those slats so far, even though they're wood, they're not holding a lot of weight. So they've held up really well in the month they've been up here. So that's it for the video this week. Next week, we will get back to more looking at different guns. I got some new ones from my buddy Brian, who's brought some down. And we're going to do some more reviews on those. If you're all interested in the Navy 36 caliber, it's a black powder gun, but I got it because it's kind of the precursor to right before the Peacemaker. And I kind of have an Old West theme going there. If you cut the 12 gauge coach gun up there, always wanted one of those. That's my most recent purchase. Always wanted one. Don't ask me why. As far as shotguns are concerned, I would much rather have the Mossberg 500. But I just always wanted one, so I bought one. So there we go. I hope you have a good week. And again, I encourage you, if you're going to think about doing something, do it. Just get out and do it. It's rewarding. And a lot of times you'll find out you can do things that you might thought you needed to hire someone to do, or you need to put more effort into it, it's often not as hard as you think it is. It's just kind of daunting to get started. Once you get it started, I actually really love this now. It's really cool. Anyways, please like and subscribe. Next video will be, well, I'll give you a little clue. It's about a styer. Anyways, have a good week.